Hi everybody, welcome to this free video guide for the round shown of this Legacy 9-hole Cup division, also displayed on screen. These are tournament wins. Before of course we bring you the details, so please hit thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. These are replays of old content when this 9-hole Cup was first in the game, so listen carefully to the commentary, take some notes as well, there may be some tweaks needed, but like I said, these are the tournament wins, so hopefully you will be able to build some shots from those. Timestamps in the description down below. Good luck, here we go. So here you will see me play with the Thor's Hammer level 7, however if you don't have that then you can actually use the big topper instead. Max top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right. Add spin, we are using a berserker because in this wind angle we have to play aggressively and get the eagle. Add your spin and just check the ball guide. Needs to be approximately 1 ring away from the furthest rough on the right, just by that second bunker there that's in the rough. As I said, if you're using big topper, stretch out and find position, and then you will need to push up accordingly after you've adjusted. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here, max plus 10, power 5 settings. And then once I've done that, I just go with a fraction of overpower. Ball just touching the bottom teeth of the adjustment ring. Perfect ball away. There is a risk of catching the rock here, which will send the ball to the left. You saw it there slightly. But most cases you will roll out of the rough for a very easy eagle wedge. Now, if you don't manage to roll out of the rough, which is what happened here in tournament play, I'm just going to show you the rescue shot because it is very, very makeable. So even though there is a risk of being stuck in the rough, you are going to have a very, very easy wedge with the rough iron to the pin. Max top spin for me, and just bouncing on the fringe there so that the ball guide is just through the hole and just to the side of the pin. We have wind from obviously right to left. So just aim right of pin and then obviously focus on hitting perfect, but I do believe at short range here, minor great left, minor great right, is still going to be fine. We're dropping that one right at pin. So we've got to grab an eagle here on hole number 1. Thank you for watching and good luck. Bye for now. Hole number 2 then, I'm going to start by saying in my opinion the rough bump is not on because the Halloween version of this course, it is super glitchy. So I recommend a straight up bounce shot instead. We are going to add spin first. I go with 0.6 backspin here and 1.2 right spin. However, I would suggest adding a little bit of backspin, so go with 0.8 and set up at the min line so most of the blue ring is in the rough on the right, and you want that longer ball guide, you don't want it to be short, so make sure it is going past the pin or make sure you're in the correct spot. Min plus 20 is the adjustment here, min plus 20. And I do believe we need to just tweak the right spin according to what wind we have, what wind angle and also wind strength. We didn't drop this one, but we did get a zoom in, and I believe it will get you close, if not in. We just missed on the left edge on that one. But min plus 20, something for you to work with and tweak on hole number 2. Hole number 3, we've got a lovely albatross to show you here. Using the APOC for the driver here and a kingmaker. With the APOC level 6 setting up with all of the white ring inside the rough on the left at max. Then we go with 6 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left. I'm limiting myself to 6 top spin to make this more applicable for people that don't necessarily have APOC 6. So there's the spins. Max plus 20 is the adjustment, and then we're going to push back up to max. If you're using a different club, different accuracy, make sure you look at the second bounce to check your start point. Ball and a half of curl, and here I go with 3.5 rings of overpower. However, we would need just a smidgen more, to be honest, so I would suggest going with 4 rings, or if you have slightly more than 6 top spin available, go with 3.5 rings, but maybe play with 6.3, 6.4 bars of top spin. We want to be around 395 to 400 yards. 392 on this one, a little bit short, but the second shot will still work. This next shot was taken from a drive that was a couple of yards longer, 394. So I'm going to do a pin check here of plus 7 with the Grizzly level 9. And then once I've done that, I'm going to move back towards the rough and add my spin. 3.8, 3.9 bars of top spin here is fine.
and we want the top of the yellow ring touching the rough with the ball guide just going through the hole. I did 3.8 here, just trickled in, so I would suggest going with 3.9. So pin check of +7. The suggested slider I would go with here is 62% slider, -15% elevation. This is a little bit more than I adjusted in the video, and the reason I'm changing to 62% rather than 56 or 58, which I played here, is that we dropped it right side of the cup. So I think another decimal would have got that right at the pin, because we do want to drop them right at pin if we can. So 62% slider for a +7 pin check, -15 elevation. Good luck. Hole number 4 then. This is going to be a tricky one. I would recommend going with a power 3 wind resistance 4 ball if possible. It will make it a bit easier. The blue ring here needs to just be touching the bunker on the left and the right. Bit of a tricky position to find. I am finding that before adding spin. So just rewind the video, take a look at that one. Make sure that you've got the blue ring just touching the edges of the bunker in those two positions. 3 backspin, and I would say 1.4 left spin. I went with 1.5 here with an 8.6. It was a little bit too much. If you are using a wind 4 ball, have wind below 8, I would say 1.5 left spin. Max +40 is the adjustment, and you need to have an 11.59 pull angle. That's because if you go with a normal pull or any 12.01, you will go directly into the bunker. We adjust to a higher point. So check the video again, make sure that you do have some 11.59, and I would recommend a clear 11.59 rather than a flicker. Comes in nicely, just need to tweak the side spin. But good luck at this tricky par 3. Good luck, and thank you for watching. So we do have an eagle to show you here. I'm going with Thor's Hammer level 7. If you don't have that club, then you can't play with the big topper. However, bear in mind you will need some overpower. With the Thor's Hammer 7, setting up at +3 yards, 8 bars of top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right. And look at the ball guide, it is over that dark coloured bush there in the middle of the rough. So there are your references here. Then we are going to adjust max +10. Max +10. We do go just into overpower, so I am going to put that onto the shot. However, if you do adjust into overpower, my recommendation would be give yourself an extra half a ring or even 1 ring as well, especially in higher winds. Otherwise, you may just clip the rough. We are just about okay here, but it is super, super close. So a tiny bit of overpower extra there would have just carried us nicely. Alternatively, we can aim a little bit more to the left. 390 is going to be absolutely fine. And here we are going to play with our thorn. I'm doing a fringe check here. +2 is the fringe check. So put that bullseye over the beginning of the fringe. +2 yards is what is shown. Then it's a no spin shot. Ball guideline here with the thorn level 9 slightly through the hole because of the headwind. And then with a fringe check of +2, I'm adjusting this one 80% slider with 20% elevation. 80% slider, 20% elevation, and we are going to pull over the bullseye. Then we are going to take this shot, nice line into the pin from here. No glitches to worry about, as there sometimes is on the right hand side. So if you found a good spot and adjusted well, you've got a good chance with this one. Just going over there in for a lovely eagle. Thank you for watching and good luck. Bye for now.
Please do join us over on Facebook. We have an ever-growing community of players there. Over 16,000 members. Head over to Facebook, search for BK Golf Clash and submit your member request there. Free to join. There are free guides posted, lots of shot sharing and discussion points. You can chat and interact with me as well, and loads more over on Facebook. So head over there and search for BK Golf Clash.
For hole 6, yes, you can go aggressive with a berserker ball. If you want to, and pursue the albatross that way, but I'm going to show you a conservative route here just to lock in the eagle. Max top spin, 1.5 bars side spin to the right. Setting up at +3 with the big topper level 6. Obviously, if you have different level of big topper, you will need to compensate as you will have different plus yardages shown. In the end, I do move slightly to the left from my initial position, just because I don't want to set up too close to the rough. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here. Then I'm going to go with a decent amount of right curl. Left edge of the ball touching the inside wall to the right. Perfect ball here. If you're worried about hitting a great right, then just give yourself a little bit more aim to the left. Obviously, with a big topper, a great right does risk the rough there. 348 yards, and we are going to still be able to play with our sniper here. Obviously, if you do get a little better roll than me, then you won't have to overpower this shot. In which case, play with less topspin. We use a little bit too much here. I would suggest going to between 3.5 and 4.5 bars of topspin, depending on the distance of your drive. But either way, we're going to use all 3 bars of left spin, and then adjust max plus 30. It will take us into overpower, so count your rings that you go into overpower, and then add those on to your shot. In the end, I do add an extra half a ring here just to make sure that I make it over the rough. Minor great left isn't going to danger the rough at all though. On the left hand side we do clear nicely. A little bit less topspin. All I'm looking here though is for the eagle. Don't want to be wasting too many berserkers trying to dial in an albatross in qualifying round for a 9-hole cup. So there's a safe eagle. Good luck and see you soon. Bye for now. Now with this hole, the best chance for a hole in one is without doubt the rough bump, but as you can see here with the quarterback you will need probably a power 0, wind 5 just to be able to find the position. And I don't really want to be using any of those premium balls in a mini, so I'm going to show you a bounce over shot. Really safe birdie, maybe get a hole in one as well. Top left of the blue ring touching the rough, and then we're going to go with around 4.5 bars of backspin here. Don't worry about the ball guide, it will be going way beyond the hole, or at least quite a little bit beyond the hole, because of the headwind. Adjustment here is max plus 20. Or rather, I would like you to go with max plus 20. I was a couple of decimals off here, I was just trying a different adjustment. We were a little bit short on the adjustment, so go with max plus 20, which is 0.2 more than I did in the video. You will see here we do get close though. Like I said, chances of dropping this one are pretty slim with the bounce over, or at least less than the rough bump, but still a very, very safe birdie. But the outside chance at least if you just want to go with a kingmaker. Good luck and we'll see you soon. Bye for now. So hole number 8, it is an aggressive option that I'm showing you here. It does carry some risk, but I do think it's worth going, even if you end up in the rough or the sand. Stretch out fully, red ring touching the rough on the left. Then the topspin is going to vary. It's going to be between 3.5 and probably 5 bars of topspin, depending what wind strength you do have. Always go with 2 bars of left spin. Adjust max plus 25, push up to max. Then go full overpower and just over 1 ball of curl to the left. Like I said, this is a bit of a lottery shot. Sometimes you will get a nice roll down to the green for a wedge or a putt, but you may also be ending up in the sand or the rough. However, I do think it's a risk worth taking, especially in a 9-hole cup. Great ball to the right obviously isn't going to be wonderfully online, but we still do get a roll down into the sand. And I'm going to show you here the rescue shot in case you are in this position, because it is a very makeable shot. Max topspin, then back up as near to the ball as you can, but still obviously having that ball guide just through the hole. Here I'm playing only by feel. The adjustment I make is 1.2 rings, so you can just see the offset there. Just including this as a reference, because it is going to happen that you're going to be in the bunker or the rough sometimes with this aggressive drive. Perfect ball away, and we do still manage to convert this to an eagle. So like I said, it is worth the risk in my opinion. If you don't fancy it, then by all means play safe. Good luck, bye for now.
If you are enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to help out and keep everything free, then please consider making a small donation. All donations are gratefully received and help me out here on the channel, as all of the content here is produced for free in my own spare time. You can do that in one of 3 ways. You can hit the thanks button here on YouTube, you can make a PayPal donation via the link in the description down below, or you can also join us over on Patreon. Details at the end of the video.
Hole number 9 then, I'm going to go left side. You can, of course, go down the middle if you want to play more aggressively. Sometimes you'll have less tailwind than the angle that is shown here. So obviously, if you want to play that route, by all means, it is definitely worth exploring. But here, with a Kingmaker, safe route down the left-hand side, 6 top spin and 3 bars side spin to the left. Aim as shown there. Look at the ball guide as a reference once spin has been added. Max plus 10 is the adjustment, even though we are not at max distance of club. And then half a ball of curl to the left. Perfect ball away, obviously. I'm limiting myself to 6 bars of top spin here to show that it can be done. If you have extra top spin, by all means, go with 7 if you would like a little bit more distance on your drive. 377 yards, and then this leaves a nice steady bounce down for the eagle. Small chance of an albatross here. The alternate on the left side is you play with a power 5 ball and then take on a rough bump. But for me, I just want to limit what I'm doing here and try and stick to Kingmakers if we can, as it's only qualifying round in a 9-hole cup. 1 bar of backspin, 3 bars side spin to the left, aiming at the pin, ball guide slightly short of hole because this is a downhill shot. Here I'm adjusting true club distance with 40% elevation. This shot is played at 84% slider with 40% elevation, and even now it is slightly, even with that elevation, slightly under adjusted here. So a little bit more, but still this speed is going to be nice and we are going to be close. It's definitely not going to trouble us putting this ball in for an eagle. Like I said, there is a small chance of an albatross, just missing by a square to the side. Thank you for watching and good luck. Bye for now.
Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.